All right, guys. So in this video, we're going to cover when should you buy land. And more specifically, we're going to talk about when is the right time for someone to take action and actually start looking for property and buying their piece of land. Then another way to read this title is when is the right time for me to purchase land. So let's move on. Let's do this. All right. Okay. So the first thing is when you find the right deal, not when the market tells you to, right? So sometimes, we're always looking for something like a news episode or something saying, "Oh, land prices are going up, buy land," or "Oh, land prices are going down, don't buy land," or something like that. But the main thing is when you find the right deal is when you want to start purchasing your land, right? So I wrote down here, good land doesn't stay cheap forever. Opportunity matters more than timing, right? So when you see a piece of land that's right for you, that checks all your boxes, that is when you want to buy land, not when someone tells you to, or when someone doesn't tell you to. It's when you find the right deal for you that checks your boxes. That's when you want to buy land. On a more practical step is during the off season, right? So you want to buy land when people aren't looking, which is often the winter, right? Like, November, December, January, February, March is when we've made some of our best purchases. It's because everyone's, like at Christmas or the holidays, and more people start looking when it starts getting warmer out, right? Because they're like, oh, I want to go do something fun this summer, but then you get more competitions. So what I wrote down is fewer buyers and more motivated sellers often mean better prices. So on that note, another thing is people usually try to sell land right after the holidays or right before the holidays because they want to increase their budget to spend for the holidays. That's a broad generalization, but it's something that we've seen is during the off season is usually when there's more negotiation and when there's better deals in the market. All right, next slide. So after those two tips, the third one, which I honestly think that's number one, is when you can comfortably afford the down payment or monthly terms. So if you're buying this thing on owner financing, you want to know that, okay, every month I'll consistently be able to make my payments, right? So whether it's like $150 a month or $100 a month or $300 a month, you want to make the land purchase when you are committed to it so that you don't like give it up or lose the property because you didn't make your payments. So you want to start small, right? A lot of times what we've seen is people will buy no land because they're looking for $1 million ranch and they're not making $1 million yet, so they'll just never buy any land. So there's two parts to that, right? First is when you can comfortably commit to making payments, and the second thing is when if you're ready and okay, I have $100 a month in my budget or $200, you start small and then growing from there. So the last one is when you have a clear purpose or goal for land ownership, right? So meaning whether you're planning to purchase it for fun, for recreation, for investment, or your future, when you have a clarity for buying the piece of land, and it can just be, hey, I want to own something that's mine, and that's why I'm buying this, right? Or you find a piece of land that's close to you, and you're like, okay, I'm going here every weekend or every couple months when I can. So whenever you have a clear purpose and a goal for why you are buying this piece of land, that is also a good time to buy land. Okay, so that takes us to the end of that lesson. On when's the right time for me to buy the piece of land. But, the takeaways are buy it when it's the right time for you financially, when you're comfortable and you can afford it and you're committed to it and you know why you are making the purchase that you're making. So the next lesson, guys, we're going to go on to is where to buy land.